Welcome, one and all. It is Wednesday night. I have people that are right here. I have Robin Boucher, Guillaume De Silva, and it's Wednesday night. The goddamn yes.
Cool.
We will mention our partners. Buché.
De Silva.
Buché, yeah. Levy's, G&G Music. The Guitar House, Mississauga, Ontario. Brickhouse Guitars, The Acoustic Shop in Springfield, Missouri. Parkway Music, K&K Sound. Gallery Guitars. Alvarez Jerry, St. Louis Music, Yamaha. Close Guitars, Cody Guitars, Deterio, Apollo Picks, Epiphone, Gibson, Blue Chip Picks, Tone Slab, LR Bags, Maestro Hosen Guitars, George Crackett, Emerald Guitars, Nova Scotia SPCA, Charmed Life Picks, Picker's Grip, Canard Guitars, Edwinson Guitars, Shenmo Guitars, Flamang Guitars, Cirrus Guitars, Record Banjos, Deering Banjos, and our latest partner, Bedell / Breedlove. Bedell / Breedlove.
Yeah. That's a lot of partners.
Hi, Tom.
It's crazy. There's a lot of people love us.
Yeah.
Came a long way.
Yeah, we started with like two. You and G&G. That was it.
Yeah.
At one time, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boucher and G&G.
Yeah. G&G Music. It's in that order.
It is. You pretty much, yeah.
Boucher, Levy's, G&G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Levy's was after G&G.
Yeah, all right.
Because when you didn't take the job until quite a bit after that.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, here we are. Very good to be back. We are very good to be back. Going to mute this as quickly as possible. And yeah, there we go. Now we're good. Sweet.
Is there the intro already done?
That's it.
Okay.
That was the intro.
Okay. Straight there.
Yeah. Cool. We look really good on there. Look quite well. Thank you very much. So today was a big day. We had we were in here filming all day. We filmed a 48-minute mini movie.
Yeah.
Concerning Robin's. We might as well say it because it's going to drop in a couple of weeks. Your 20th anniversary batch of guitars, which are made in a flamed sapelli, and all have slotted headstocks, etc., etc. There happens to be one just right about here. There, and this is the OM. I'm enjoying this right now. Yeah, they're just absolutely unbelievable. And yeah, so it's been a good day. We drank whiskey, we listened to music.
This thing was full.
Yeah, and it's going to get a little emptier now.
Emptier now.
A little bit too much, maybe for me.
For you, yeah.
Yeah.
You look good.
How you doing over there? You all right?
For now. Thank you, sir.
And Robin Buché. Welcome, Robin Buché. He's shit-faced, but he's happy. All right. So there we go. That was Capo Corner. The announcement of that little thing there. And also, I suppose I should also mention there's a new guitar coming in here called by a single bench builder named Virgil Lawson. And he's got a company called Dreamwood Guitars. Like I said, single bench guy. He's just like Crackett and Kennard and Edwinson and all these great builders that I work with. There's a guitar on its way here. It may actually be here right now. I think it could be at the post office. I admit I went there instead, but it's safe there at least. I'll check tomorrow. But yeah, so there's a lot of things happening. Ton of reviews coming up. I'm going to be reviewing the Swan microphones made in Ukraine. And I wonder if I can just quickly find some of some of our man's emails because they're quite inspirational. This gentleman is, like I said, they're in Ukraine.
Okay.
Not too far from Kyiv, as far as I know. I never really asked him much, but he's written me multiple times in the last few weeks. And I'm just going to search here. There he is.
They're inspirational.
Yeah. So he contacted me and wanted us to look over what he does. There's so many of them. Okay, so here's a typical. Oh my God, this is just. So he wrote this to me on the 9th of March. I won't be able to read it all because it's so long. It's so long. But this is what he's dealing with, right? He said, "Dear JP, Vitaly Zivotofsky, we stand in solidarity with Canada." You imagine what they're going through, and he's talking about that, right? We stand in solidarity with Canada and the entire civilized world, and sincerely appreciate your support. We also stand with you in your struggle. As for what's going on in the Oval Office, he's not happy with Trump. It's very bad. The situation on the front lines is catastrophic. Military intelligence has been cut off. Weapon supplies have stopped. Casualties have surged. Musk is shutting down Starlink. Putin has doubled the bombing of Ukrainian cities. They're in trouble. They're really in trouble, right? And he's living right in the middle of it. And he's a beautiful man. He's said some very inspirational things to me. And they're building these microphones in the middle of a fucking war zone. And he has said in other emails, he says, we don't care. Because all what we want to do is make music and make people happy and make guitar players have a product that will make their spirits sing through the instrument. Our microphones can bring their vision to life, right? And so that's pretty damn awesome. And they do make a tremendous product. I have one here. I'm gonna put it in a guitar. It is a temporary installment version. There's two different kinds. There's one you can put in your sound hole, and there's another one that you can Velcro right inside the guitar. It's a gooseneck. It's a mic kind of gooseneck, right? And it can be combined and wired with other systems. So as a K&K user, I could use this mic to disconnect. I could wire it right into my existing system and have a stereo output.
But the one that we put in the sound hole, is it a humbucker, something like that?
No. The sound hole is literally just the holder.
Okay.
It looks like a humbucker, but it's nothing in it. It's just a plastic frame, and the mic comes out on a gooseneck.
Okay. All right.
And you can aim it and all that stuff.
Okay,
right?
so it's the same one, different types of attachments, or
Yeah, it has multiple attachments. It has a temporary sound hole attachment. Has a permanent Velcroed attachment,
Okay.
and probably other things too. I think there's more than that going on with what he's building. So I'm going to review this one. I saw my buddy Jeremy Shepard reviewed one, and I thought it was pretty friggin' amazing because it just sounds like your guitar louder.
Oh.
And so I want to find out what the feedback threshold is, and all of these things, and do a good review for Vitaly and everybody over there at Swan in Ukraine. These guys are awesome. They're my heroes, man. They're fighting a hell of a war over there.
Good luck.
So good luck.
Getting your acoustic sound, just
well, that's the
louder,
thing, right?
It's the ultimate goal, eh?
And that's what they are going for. And they're very, very well made. They're along the lines of the old Crown mics and the old those kind of mics that we used to use in the day, that was the only thing going back then, 30 years ago, was Crown.
Mm.
I don't know where sure where they were from, but they were tiny little condenser mics about that big on a wire, and you could put them anywhere you want on the guitar. And just tape them there, and
Right.
they go out to an XLR.
Right.
Well, this thing can go out to anything,
Right.
1/4 inch,
Yeah.
XLR, to your jack,
Yeah.
like whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's what he's doing some cool stuff. So, cheers to the boys in Ukraine.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Here's to Zelensky.
Cheers.
We love him, buddy. We love you guys. Just hang in there. Hang in there. We're
To
hoping.
anybody who's in a difficult situation.
Yes, that's right. We're hanging with you. Canada's got your back. So, the first person goes to. There's a lot of people on tonight.
Yay.
Let's see. I'm going to go through questions that Ginger might not go through. We have greetings from Switzerland.
From Chris.
Chris Riera, yeah.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Hello from Denver. Our buddies in the States. Love you guys.
Cool.
We love our American guitar heads.
Yes, sir.
Politics got nothing to do with that.
Yep.
Not at all.
Adam K says, thanks for assigning my mandolin. What Boucher guitar were you playing in Kingsville? It was my new Torifying mahogany Buché. We had a discussion about that today. But yeah, Buché. There's the man who built it, sitting right there. Hello from Quebec, from Samuel Bazet.
Hello.
Stephen Baker, turned
Hey.
down the furnace for incoming early spring. Now my bath isn't hot enough. Sudsies in distress. So here's an interesting question. So, Six String Greg says, you have said before that when you play guitar you see colors. Can you explain? I may have talked about this before over the years on this show, but I'll talk about it again. I have a neurological condition called synesthesia, and it's usually confined to mathematicians. Are the most common profession that have it. They see mathematical problems in front of their eyes in the air as colors and shapes, right? And occasionally musicians have it because music's so closely related to math.
Absolutely.
Although I know nothing about music theory, so it's not the mathematics that's getting me doing that. It's just I just have it. So when I play, if I close my eyes or let my guard down and just look, I can see all the notes going by in a parade, a procession, and they're all different shapes and colors, and I can see in either direction. So I can see what I've played, and I can see what I'm about to play, and which means I can see mistakes coming, or ideas that are forming coming up, and I can decide whether or not I'm going to play them. And if I do play them and mess them up, they change color as they go by, right? It's almost like a video game. And I mostly have to ignore this, because if I was to concentrate on that all the time, I'd lose my mind. So I have a way of shutting it off. But it's still there, but I ignore it. But if you ever watch me play and you notice that I've zoned out and I'm looking at a spot and not moving, and I'm just staring off into space, I'm watching the colors go by. And that's what synesthesia is. It's a very fascinating thing. It's I don't really know that much about it. I didn't even know what it was until probably 10 years ago now. Somebody says to me, I understand you have synesthesia, and I went, I thought they were talking about like a sexually transmitted disease or something. What do you mean I have synesthesia? Goddamn! What are you talking about? Who are you talking? And they're like, no, it's a thing where you see. And I was like, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know it had a name. None of that stuff. But that's what it is. Synesthesia. It's a very fascinating addition to people's lives who are mathematicians and musicians, apparently. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Here. Jesus, there's a lot of people. Jesus. Between this one. Is the LESG 171 one of your guitars?
Yes. It's
Okay.
the Koa.
Okay, so let's.
Edition.
So Victor G has a question. Is there any difference between the 2021 release of the LESG 171 1-10? He says, and the more recent rendition 1-5? Both are flame Koa back and sides.
Yeah,
different.
the latest iteration was finished last year, and it's a special run that we've made for Righteous Guitars.
Oh,
So it's we had basically we made 5 guitars. There's a couple left, like a couple of dreads and maybe one OM, and the Koa that we used for those guitars was out of this world. It was just completely insane.
Right.
Different specs from the guitars we had made before, and a couple of things. I mean, we used the same Koa for the back and side to make the binding. So it's a very exquisite piece. But all these guitars were quite nice.
And we got that Koa from my friends David Laperouse and Joma Winkler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super nice.
They got
Very
me
cool
in-
guitars.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's
So-
there's only actually we only made one OM, so it's quite unique. I don't think we're ever gonna see a Koa like this maybe ever again.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was insane.
Oh, and when David called me, he said, you should get it, and no question,
Right.
you know, send me a check. And I
Cool.
was, oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite impressive.
You love to see stuff
Cool
like
guitars.
that.
Yeah.
Came out really nice. They sounded amazing.
Stephen Baker's a super chat. It says, there's another new guitar coming in. Your Swedish gift from Penticton will arrive any day. That's good to know. I was given a beautiful guitar from Sweden.
Okay, nice.
Like, it's 2 years ago.
Oh,
And
wow. Okay.
And I couldn't bring it. I didn't want to bring it across Canada at that time of year, so I left it with one of Steve's buddies.
Okay.
It's been out there all this time, so I guess now it's coming home.
Well,
That's good to know. Here's a good one. FDNY. Nice. 8231. Oh my God, Jeremy just got his HG56.
yes.
And wow, is that guitar awesome. As it would be.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting question. And I have no problem answering this in front of these guys. Chris Vieira says, what is your choice? A Yamaha LL56 or a Boucher HG56? So the HG56 is what
Yogi with a Torifying top, or your guitar with no cutaway.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to, if I really had to choose between the two, I'd pick the Yamaha because it's a dreadnought. If I had to choose between those two things
Yeah.
and had no other choices, I'd pick the bigger guitar. And that's the only reason. The HG, the Yogi's Yogi. There's no way around that guitar, right? But the 56 is made in the same way as your guitars are made. And it's a dreadnought. If I only had those two things, well, I say that, but if I would probably go for the dreadnought just to have the extra volume.
So ultimately, you're making more choice about size,
About body size,
right?
Yeah,
So what it tells you is that JP loves dreadnoughts.
I do. but all my most of my favorite Bouchers are all small bodies, right? And I can't even say that because Boo Boo's a dreadnought,
Yeah.
and that guitar's been all over the world with me,
And
right?
the Rocket as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And your latest one?
and also the 56 has got more bling than the HG, than the Triple O.
Yeah, right.
That's another.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
would be
You
another.
like the bling, yeah.
Yeah, that would be another deciding factor for me is the bling.
Right.
I know that's shallow, but it is what it is.
It
right?
is what it is.
The LL56 is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
like
it's a
it's
good guitar.
abalone.
Yeah.
It's built by a dozen men.
Yeah.
just like your shop.
Yeah.
Like it's sonically, you'd never be able to choose between them because they're both awesome.
Yeah.
Like that
They're
little
different, but
your
awesome.
little guitar stands up against that dreadnought all day long, right? So you'd never be able to choose. You just wouldn't. You'd have to do what I'm doing and go, well, I want the big blingy guitar. So,
There you go. It's a good answer.
but if I had 100 of them to choose from, I'd pick the Bouchers every day because they're the best guitars, right?
well,
period.
Then the question should have been maybe if you have to choose between two dreadnoughts.
Well,
But anyway, but that's,
Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. Now, see, that's what I mean. If I was choosing between the 56 and the Rocket wins every time. Right? Because it's a dreadnought. They're
Against
both
a dreadnought.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both dreadnoughts. The Rocket's got no bling, but the Rocket just demolishes a 56 or any other
we
guitar.
are now compare apple to apple.
It's apple, yeah. If you do apple to apple, the Boucher wins every time.
Okay.
But sometimes in that case, because I own both guitars, I own a 56 and I own the HG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I own Yogi. I own a 56. If I had those two in a desert island, that's my perspective.
Yeah.
I'd take the 56. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's prettier. Can't help it, man. It's pretty, and it is.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
They are.
You know, you've played my Yamaha, my
Yamaha
yeah.
makes great
They're
guitars.
just unbelievable.
And you know,
Yeah.
a good guitar for me is
It's a good guitar.
Yeah, I love it.
Yep. It's not. It has nothing to do with anything. It just has to do with
Yeah.
guitars are guitars, and,
Yeah.
and you
And
love
you
a
love
certain
big
thing.
No matter
blingy
the-
guitars.
I like
no
big
matter the
bling.
brand
Yeah.
on the stock.
Yep.
No matter.
And they're so similar. That's another thing that strikes me about the question is that because they're so similar sonically, that's nearly impossible, right? One's a dreadnought, one's a triple O. Mm-hmm. They're the same.
They're comparing two very different guitars.
Yeah, but
Well-
Yogi, if I pulled out Yogi in my 56 right now, you'd be hard pressed to ever put the Yamaha above Yogi. They're sonically, they're both unreal, like loud, bottom. You know, you've
Yeah.
heard that you've
Yeah.
built one of them, and you've heard the other one. So sonically, if there's it's a loaded question, right? If somebody said,
How complicated is this
yeah,
question?
if you have the two
Choose
guitars,
between A and B.
yeah, right,
No,
exactly,
it's okay.
right?
We're going a rabbit hole because there are all these things too that we need to. When you have a question and you give an answer, it's
Yeah.
good to explain why. And,
Yeah,
and
and
that's
it's-
why it's a.
and
It's not
that's-
an AB. But
That's why comparing guitars is something I never do on the channel or anywhere because you can't. There's a reason why I love my Buché. There's a reason why I love my
Yamaha
Gallagher's and my
is,
Aries. Each one of those guitars has a specific thing
Yeah, yeah. It's always
That
a
makes it-
different beast.
indispensable to me,
different
right?
soul.
And if you go, and that's what I tell people all the time about being brand loyal. If you only want to hear, okay, I'm just going to buy Martins, you're missing out on potentially the world, just in sound. So a D28 sounds fantastic, but
They changed the D28 apparently recently.
yeah, and apparently it's awesome,
Yeah.
right? But if you play the
Get
28, yeah,
Yeah.
you play the 28, and then you play this Boucher OM, it's gonna eat the Martin, but only if you're ready to hear that. Some people aren't. They're not ready to hear their favorite thing
people
blown
have
apart, right?
opinions, and I'm
Yeah.
biased by we don't realize it, but our brain is already wired in some ways, and it's always difficult to to sometimes to look into new perspectives because
Yeah.
we're not prone to change first. Like we don't love
No.
change.
No.
And we have all these conceptions that have built in on top of conceptions.
we are so
and-
comfortable in our old slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So yeah.
also some things to think about.
So it's kind of. So I guess that question, if Chris, if you're thinking about buying one or the other, I would suggest that you play both guitars because, as I just said, sonically, they're in competition with each other, even though the Boucher
But
is.
Chris, by the way,
is-
owns your model. If I remember
Yeah.
correctly, Chris owns a GP Cormier model, and he owns an SG21G, which is essentially your white
first
face
guitar.
The ivory
girl
girl.
with a Torifying top.
Yeah. So if you
So
if you ever have a chance to play both of those guitars, you'll see what I mean.
he
Is
does.
that the small body?
He plays your guitar.
I know,
It's
but
same guitar.
but the small body can compete with a dreadnought, right? And that's the bottom line.
That's probably why he bought it,
Yeah. So
if I remember correctly.
for the desert island, I'm always going to go with the bling. Desert island, I'm blinging out. I'm blinging out. Sorry.
Awesome, I love it.
I love it.
I
I
love it.
recognize
True
you.
to yourself.
I'm not gonna lie.
GP,
I'm a
GP.
bling. I'm a bling man.
Look at his.
And of course, we've had the first question. Samuel Boucher says, "Oh, what happened to your hand, Robin?"
Oh my God.
But we won't
Yeah.
make him tell you. He fell with a glass jar in his hand and
Yeah.
cut himself horribly,
Yeah. So
and
the glands are
had to
broken.
have some surgery and physio and all that stuff. But he's
Yeah.
gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Corey McCormick is a super chat. The tour with Jimmy Rankin continue. How was it? It's not going to continue right away, and it was fabulous. It was sold out everywhere we went. And I love Jimmy. He's a great friend of mine. And yeah, so hopefully at some point in time we'll be doing something like that again. But I don't know when or where or how. But yeah. Hi.
Just for fun. This is Chris.
Oh, cool. He's playing a JP model.
It's a good choice.
It's a wicked
It's
guitar.
also a very good choice.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hi, Chris.
Probably the best choice.
It's the most versatile of the two.
Yeah.
There's no
I
question.
agree.
There's no
Yeah.
question. And
And we would have loved to put more bling, but it was getting
It has
expensive.
been, it has been built in that spirit
yeah,
to be versatile.
that's how we design it.
Yeah.
Because I do so many things on it, right?
You worked on that. I worked on that.
Yeah. You caught me in a moment asking me that question when I was in bluegrass mode, right? Like, if I played, I just have a guitar to just rip on flat picking all the time.
There you
Yeah,
go.
but then you remember,
Different
yeah.
times, different needs.
yeah, there's a lot of things that
There's
my
a lot of
model
things,
does
yeah.
that nothing else does. I love that about when I did primary color live off the floor. I did the Haslam's Castle thing. That was one of the most commented parts of that video. Because that guitar, because there was, 16 cuts on that album we did live.
Mm.
I used 16 guitars.
Mm.
That cut drew more comments than anything else on the goddamn video.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was so huge. It looks so small. You're like, oh, what a cute little guitar. And then you start playing, it's like, ah! This fucking sound comes flying out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real versatile.
Mm.
Which the 56 is not. The 56 is not versatile. It's a dreadnought.
But it's
Right.
blingy.
It's blingy. The fucking oh god, his face.
I love it.
We know what we have to do. Huh?
That's
When we
right.
come
More
back.
bling. More bling.
More bling on the guitar. Any guitar. Every single guitar. Let's leave the shot.
Let us know in the comments. How much bling do you want?
They asked me. I was
course.
just immediately desert island. like
We're having
fucking-
fun. We're having fun.
Let's see here. From Ukraine. Hello from Ukraine.
Hello.
Mhm.
Jesus. Okay. Edinburgh. Oh, here's a good one.
Oh,
Kenny Holden.
Kenny.
When will we see a slope-shouldered Boucher?
Oh,
One day.
well, one day. Yeah, for sure.
Is it really? Are you gonna?
Well,
We would love to.
Yeah.
it's a project. It's a project, and
God damn
I
it,
hope
that's-
to get it for NAM 2026. I hope.
Before the 30th anniversary.
I'm gonna save more money I
the
gotta put
25th,
more money aside
25th,
now.
Before the 25th, of course. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You guys are killing me.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. We have a lot of things going on too. Let's
Jesus.
be realistic.
I know, but still.
Yeah, there's still so much stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, but
I'm so
Good
buying
stuff.
one of those if that happens.
of course you will.
Yeah, of course I will.
Yeah.
Shep says I got a BG52 on your recommendation for JP.
Yay.
Jim Waller, member for 44 months, says can't stay for the show, but wanted to send my best to two beautiful people.
Thank you.
You guys, thanks for all you do.
Hi, Jim.
And to JP for my intro to Boucher. My HG56 is number 3.
wow,
Nice.
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 wow.
That's cool.
That's cool. Very cool.
Let's see.
Thank you, Jim.
J.J. Allen. Robin.
That's him.
And I was gonna go into this today in the movie, but I figured it's actually another movie altogether. I want to have a video about this someday
Okay.
with you, Robin. Your Torifying magic is unbelievable. I have your Maple Parlor and OM. Wondering if you are thinking of applying this magic to rosewood. I've never even heard of that. Never heard of it. Could it be done?
Well,
And would it be
could
worth
be done for sure.
Would it be worth doing?
And that project will be there before the slope shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Oh
And
God.
we are working.
You
on
heard
that
it. You heard it
right
here
now.
first. Really?
Right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
Maple,
my God.
mahogany, and then rosewood. But you know what? We don't know
The results.
the result yet. So
It has to be worth it.
Yeah.
The thing is that there's a
you
lot
know,
of
you know me. It must be better. If
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not better.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah.
because it's way more complex to
Ben.
bend these things into work.
Oh yeah.
Man,
That's why we can't even we there's only a certain amount that we can produce each month because it's just tough on production. It makes things more complicated and stuff. So ultimately it needs to be worth it before we implement it. Because if there's no gain, it just makes our life more difficult and there's no point, right? So
Well, there is a gain.
if
On
there's
this-
a
on-
gain,
well,
if there's a
if
gain,
on the maple, we know.
yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. And,
Yeah.
This is exciting.
And
This
the
is
mahogany
exciting.
as well.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is exciting.
Yeah.
I had no idea about this. You heard it here first.
You know, but the recipe is really important.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why we need to do an entire show on how you came up with this, because I know part of the story about how how you researched this and went and talked to the physicists and the chemists and all and designed this way.
It's so simple.
Yeah, but-
There's only 3 key points.
I know,
Yeah.
but nobody was doing it well.
It's yeah,
And,
I
gu-
can't-
and guys
and I
would
can't tell
guys
it.
would do it and say, "Well, we
Yeah,
can't
I can
torify.
tell- yeah, I can tell the secret.
Yeah, we can't tell. We
No
can't do this to Adirondack because it destroys. 30. Every time you out of 10 sets, you destroy 7, and blah blah blah.
The
You know what I
reality is
mean?
We end up destroying sets. That's the thing. Like
Really,
that's why,
you still destroy them?
Well,
you still have.
it's more
not
complex.
that
bad
much
luck
now.
from-
Not
No,
that much now.
of course
No.
not. But the reality with torrefaction is that there is some loss, and that's part of why it costs money.
Right.
Because loss is
It's a set of
done
wood you
because
can't
of
sell.
the process.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
gluing more difficult on tops. It makes bending more difficult on sides.
Yeah.
So this cost has to be related somewhere, and it needs to be controlled because we don't want to, lose wood, precious wood.
Right.
So it's an art certainly, and
It's unreal.
Our
You know what-
ability to extract what we are able to generate from these tops is part of the recipe. Is how do you extract, and because we only do that essentially and work only with red spruce, that's the ultimate secret too. Is how do we extract the best out of these
It's
torrefied
awesome.
tops?
Yeah. As soon as the torrefied top is on the guitar, glued on the guitar, the guitar is more stable.
Yeah.
And it's tougher, you know.
Yeah.
But before
Yeah.
it's we can
It's more brittle.
more more brittle, more fragile, and yeah, we lost maybe more than 30 and 35% of the tops. You know, so
Wow.
when we are working or putting a master grade Torify top on the guitar, we have
Red spruce, obviously.
red spruce, of course.
Right.
4+.
Yeah, 4+ and
When you
master
throw
grade.
away Torifying Sitka that costs a couple of bucks,
Right.
it's not the same deal as
No.
throwing away
No.
master grade Torifying red spruce stubs that are worth, you know,
Unreal.
10 times that, whatever.
It's
Unreal.
another
If not
world.
more.
Yeah.
20.
It just boggles my mind. People don't have any idea what goes into that, right?
Yeah.
That process, and why, like so many builders and players, respect your tops more than anybody in the world. Like you're number one. People talk about your Adirondack and your torrefaction process. That's what they talk about, and I don't think they even understand how much went into that and how long you worked at it to get it where it is.
Evenings.
To the point where you're
weekends.
actually, the fact that you torrefied maple blows my mind. Because that's the most brittle wood of anything. It's worse than cocobolo, it's worse than Brazilian, it's like stone. And you torrefy that and then try to bend it?
Yeah, and we bend it. It's
Yeah.
like it's like bending glass.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And those guitars are now like everywhere that I go that's seen those instruments, and I have some of them. People just go, "What?" And because they sound unbelievable.
It's a new instrument.
Yeah,
It's a new guitar.
song.
yeah, it's something that's never been seen.
Yep.
Very
Really.
few. I think Bourgeois offered it, and really was. It didn't seem like they were able to capture. I think in the same way that we were anyway on Umbly, the benefits of torrefying
Yeah.
tonewoods. They offered it. I think at some point they did offer it as an option for torrefied maple and torrefied mahogany, but it was almost inexistent. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't find anything about these guitars. So they've built, I think, very few and
Well, they
I
sell
know.
the ones that they can bend.
yeah,
Right.
that's.
it.
And it's a
I
thing.
think so.
It's possible. I mean, it's something that is so complicated. It's possible that they haven't really pushed on it too. But yeah,
So Chris Vieira says again, have you already produced the 100th JP Cormier signature model?
not quite.
Not quite.
Yet.
Not there.
Not
Not
quite.
there yet.
Not but.
But you have many signature models now, so
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They're still buying mine. They're still buying Boucher's.
Chris has one.
Yep, they're
Yeah.
still buying Boucher's, buddy. I might have a lot of signature models, but there's only one like Mona Lisa.
That's right. Well,
There's not one guitar that anybody else is making me that's like that guitar. Not the same body size, not the
you go.
same woods, not nothing.
yeah. And
Yeah.
there's
And
no
plus
other
you-
guitar like this
And
in
you
the
know,
Boucher
and
line.
you know what else? All those other guitars, they aren't Boucher's.
No, but
So
seriously,
they're-
the guitars have been doing well. I mean, the reality is we even started lately to offer them with a narrower neck as
Yes,
an option.
yes, yeah.
So we hope that also
There's some new
this-
technology, yes.
Yeah, the narrower string spacing, narrower neck will potentially make these guitars even a bit more accessible to people
Yeah.
who might not be comfortable in the wider string spacing that we used to have.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still absolutely insane guitars, and
Yeah, they are.
they're out there.
And just so you know, my other signature models, my Yeri, which I love dearly, is a slope-shouldered, 13 fret to body cutaway Honduran mahogany
Yeah,
sunburst.
yeah.
My Gallagher is an OM, another body style altogether,
Yeah,
bird's eye maple
yeah.
Yeah.
and Adirondack
Adirondack top.
with a 5-piece layered neck, ebony and maple.
Okay, cool.
And the my Crackit is a full-size dreadnought you know, rosewood, Adirondack.
Yeah.
That's good. I like it.
And they're all different, and I made sure that was the case because I didn't want to. I never wanted to have. First of all, I was blown away that I ever got a signature model in the first place, and you were the first one to do that for me. And when that guitar came along, it just boggled my mind, but it left the door open for other builders, as you would do. Only you would do that. Is to leave the pathway open for other people to do their thing, right?
Yeah.
And that triple O opened the door for these other body sizes, the other wood types. So no matter which body size you like in your life, I have a signature model for that.
Yeah.
Right? If you want the Swiss Army knife,
different.
That's pretty cool.
it is. If you want the Swiss Army knife, triple O god of guitars, it's the Mona Lisa. If you want a maple OM, it's the Gallagher. If you want a Honduran mahogany slope shoulder, it's the Yeri.
Yeah.
If you want a kick-ass bluegrass dreadnought, it's the Crackett. Right? And it's beautiful how that worked out.
They complement each other well.
And I virtually, at this point, have had to just cut everybody off because there really isn't any other. There's no other body sizes that make sense to me as a player. I mean, you could have a parlor, but I would. Yeah, but I would never play a parlor on stage unless it was yours. I'd play one of yours on stage. But parlors are difficult.
You're so kind.
Well, no, but it's true. You make the best small body guitars in the world, and I'll say that till I die. You make I never ever see in my life what you make for parlor guitars. It's just unbelievable. And that's the only other thing. The only other guitar, the only other body size that I do use live, occasionally. Look, I've got two of yours, are jumbos.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want any other jumbo besides a Boucher. There's just who could build one.
Who could build one better than those?
Yeah, I don't know who that would be, because it's a very niche market. Like Gibson is the only ones that build jumbos as a thing.
Yeah.
It's their deal, right? Other than that, yeah, Guild makes good jumbos, but other than that, who? Like, there's nobody really I would know or would ever be able to, forge a relationship with that would build me a jumbo. And plus, I've got
plenty.
Oh yeah, I got two of the greatest jumbos ever built in the room with me right now.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the end of the signature model world, right? Because they're the companies that mean the most to me, right? You helped me get all of that established, starting with Gallagher and moving on to Yeri and Crackett. And these people are my friends, and they're my friends because of you. And so that world sort of that wall just went up. It's like, okay, well, that's enough, because if you want these four body styles, I have the whole menu right here. You want, right? And it's been working well.
Yeah.
All these guitars have just sold a shit ton. The new Yeri is on back order by about 200 units.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Wow.
Yeah, they're waiting for them and waiting because they're not getting them out fast enough. They're just coming into the country now from Japan, and I'm pretty sure that the acoustic shop in Springfield's got a dozen on back order.
Nice.
Like it's just like that everywhere, and I'm getting people here writing me all the time. When do I buy it? When can I buy it?
Yeah.
And they're all priced well too. They're all different prices.
Yes.
Right. That's a really cool thing, I think.
For sure.
The Buché is going to be the most, and then the other ones go down just ever so slightly, so you can get whatever your price point is, we have it.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Cool.
And that's another thing. These guitars here, these 20th anniversary models, at 8,
20?
7,
8.
What?
8.
8 US-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every body style at $8,000 US. That's crazy. That's a really good
Yeah.
deal. Like that's you couldn't find that anywhere else with other builders. They would never do that. They would charge you way more, $2 or $3, $4, maybe $5,000 more, just for changing body sizes. A lot of these guys that can build a guitar that's that
Sometimes,
good,
yeah.
right?
Possibly.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's a tough market. So,
But we hope to get to 100 soon.
yes, we
Soon.
were supposed
Because
to.
we're about 10 units away from
Really?
reaching 100.
Yeah.
Well, there you go,
We're
boys.
pretty close.
Somebody needs to buy 9 more JP Cormier models right fucking now, so we can have number 100 because it was supposed to be special. We were talking about this last year.
Yeah, we wanted
thought.
to make something, but so many things happened too since. I mean, like we released the new Torifying maple guitars, and there's a lot of cool things too.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I don't feel that bad about it. I mean, Jesus Christ, you
we
guys
sold
are-
100.
you
It's
guys are
already pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, you guys are like putting out was the best selling guitar you made up to a certain point. Now the new stuff, you're gonna surpass me.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
It's my favorite one.
It is, yeah. Well, when you
Yeah.
gave it to me, you said it was the best guitar you ever built.
When you visit us,
Yeah,
you
it's on the
always have-
wall.
Always on the wall. And I play it. And I love that guitar.
That guitar is
It
awesome.
sounds great.
This guitar's staying.
Yeah.
It's been everywhere with me. I've taken that thing on the road everywhere.
Yeah.
I love it. And everywhere I go, people go, "What is that?" Sound men, especially. I plug that thing into the Fishman amp and hit a G chord, and everybody goes, because they're just not expecting all that sound out of that little tiny body, right? Like it really is something. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah, Jesus.
It's been a long time.
We're not going to go into that. I would. It's not a. Yeah. No, we won't. Forget that. 3-card money says, I'd rather have a guitar with no bling. Then I don't care if I drop it.
point.
Stephen Baker says, I love that Robin is just a guitar lover. He is the most humble and one of the most amazing people I know of. We should all be more like Robin.
Oh,
I totally agree with you, boy.
thank you, Steve.
Totally agree with you. Corey McCormick says, I agree, Stephen. When I met him 2 years ago, his love of guitars was truly unmatched. I agree, buddy. So Chris comes back and says, ha 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 ha, I just wanted to throw a trick question. I indeed have the JP and the SG-21. Sold all my other guitars with no regrets at all. Always room for another Buché.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Awesome, Chris.
Stephen Baker is a super chat says, I have also fallen with a mason jar of firewater in my hand, but luckily survived unscathed. Condolences, Robin. Let's see here. Adam K, when's your new album out?
Oh.
And which Buché guitars made an appearance on the album? It's going to be out soon. Actually, we're waiting for this guy to write a little bit of stuff for the inside booklet. And it should be out within the next...
It's such an honor for me.
Oh, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
It'll be out within the next few weeks. I'm going to go to press, hopefully in the next week. And you'll be able to buy it through online. You can mail order hard copy. We're not gonna be streaming this album at all. Only hard copies for sale, at least for the following year. And because I want to move 10,000 units. My last guitar album sold 10,000 units in the first 2.5 weeks.
Oh.
And that was 25 years ago. So things were different then, but I think we can do it again. I want to sell 10,000 units.
Let's go.
We got 40,000 people subscribed to this channel and about 300,000 watching us. And according to
YouTube.
Facebook,
Oh.
when I had to send in my numbers for my reach in Facebook, my reach was 33 million people.
Really?
That's unreal. Man.
Good.
33 million people?
Congratulations.
I can't even
Stand up.
believe that.
Maybe you'll sell 33 million copies.
Well, I don't know, but it'd be
That would be
nice.
awesome.
Man,
I'm just looking for 10,000. Let's sell 10,000 copies.
Let's start with that. Let's
It's
go.
a big anniversary for me. It's my 50th year as a guitar player.
Mm.
I'm an old fat bastard, and I need the money. So come on. Come on! So,
What is $20, right?
what is $20? So yeah, there'll be everything. When we put this thing out, we're gonna do it through my buddy Robert Buck up at Atlantic Merch. There's gonna be you'll see there'll be a QR code on the screen here. You just touch it with your phone, and
Boom.
it'll take you right to my page where all the shit's for sale. We have shirts, hats, boots, mugs, condoms, anything you want, with the 50 years of guitar album stuff on it. Matter of fact, we have some here, don't we?
Yeah.
Here's one.
Yeah.
I'll just show you one. These are really beautiful shirts. This is
Yeah.
designed
I
by
agree.
Robert Buck, and they look like
look at
so.
that.
That's
Wow.
the graphic for the album. You can buy these right now at Atlantic Merch and Media, I think it's called. I can't remember the name of the company. I've been working with Buck for like 40 years. Anyhow, but there will be a campaign with all the pertinent information.
Mm-hmm. And
for
which
the-
Boucher did make it? The second part of the question was, which Boucher guitar made it in the
STG.
cut?
Oh, there's several. Well, me and Robin just listened to the entire album.
Yeah.
There's the Ivory Girls on it, Tarzan, the Prototype 12, the Mona Lisa. At least those, I know.
Yeah.
There's 25 cuts, and it goes back probably 20 years. Some of the older cuts that no one ever heard that I've been working on for 2 decades.
It's really good.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
Sounds
it's pretty fun.
Oh.
Really
Pretty
loved
fun.
it.
Yeah. So
great stuff. Great stuff. And you're still amazing. Guitar.
Amazing.
Oh,
I don't know.
Blown
it's
our
magic.
mind.
It's magic. It's magic.
Yeah.
Everybody's siding with. Everybody's mad that I picked the Yamaha. Bling is nice in the right places, but who needs a pretty guitar?
There you go. At least now they know, right?
Yeah,
You're very
I just,
consistent.
everybody's just pissed off. It was a desert island question to me. I just, you know what I mean. J.J. Allen says, Robin, I'm so excited about the Torifying Rosewood.
Oh,
I'm ordering one right now, Parlor or Triple O. I'm so delighted. Rosewood is my fave. Brilliant.
well,
He paid $50 to ask you that question.
Wow. Give him a good answer.
He did. He sent a,
give him a good answer.
sent
Yeah.
a really nice super
If-
chat. Thanks,
If
brother.
it works well, you'll get the first one. Why not? If you place an order.
Okay, here's a
But
good one. JP, you've played a number of different Buché OMs. I sure have. And I have a lot of them. Where does the Koa model rank in your terms of your favorite tone wood? I'd say Koa is my favorite. Just generally. I don't even know about it in a Buché. I've played your Koa Buché and I've reviewed them, right?
Uh-huh.
But Koa has always been one of my favorite woods. But with that being said, my Ivory Girl is Bubinga.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite. It's my first Buché.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't take $1 million for that guitar. I've had it for 12 years. It aged crazy good. And it's, I don't know. Like, and it's 12 years old.
She's stable. Stable. stability
always,
is good.
every guitar you make stable. But that was 12 years ago. Your technique has blown up, exploded since then, right?
Yeah, you're right.
But the Ivory Girl's still the best guitar. You just couldn't. I couldn't trade anything for that thing. So, but as a tone wood, I've always loved Koa. Koa is like the best of both possible worlds, like a combination of Brazilian and maple and rosewood
And mahogany.
and mahogany. Like it's got the warmth, it's got the brittle edge to it, like the sharp treble. It's got the mellow middle,
Yeah.
like rosewood, and it's got the nice bottom end without mud. Like it's a really great wood.
Yeah.
And when he builds guitars with it, it's really great wood. So I don't know. Like you have to.
Yeah, I really like the Koa.
Koa's great.
Ah, it sounds great. You know,
It's amazing.
It's pretty similar to mahogany,
Yes, it is.
and when it's highly
Flamed.
flamed,
Yeah.
it sounds better.
But beware,
Like the maple.
it's easy to split. Koa's a cracking wood.
It's delicate.
Yeah, it's very delicate, so you have to be careful for the first few years.
It seems like more figure there is in it, more fragile.
That's
it is.
right. So you have to really be careful for the first 2 or 3 years not to shock it in with temperature or humidity.
Just like Madagascar.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
exotic
be-
wood like
exotic
Cocobolo,
wood, yeah.
Cocobolo, Madagascar, all
They
that
need,
stuff.
they need
Tarzan?
extra
Yeah.
love.
Tarzan
Tarzan.
never moved.
Yeah,
How long have I had that
yeah,
guitar?
Tarzan.
I mean,
10
you built that
years.
for 10 years at least.
Something like that.
That
Yeah.
guitar, you pull that out of the case, it's like the day you built it. Only thing I had to go back for was to get my nut fixed. Because I played it so much, I wore the G string out. I wore the slot
Different.
out.
When you use a different tuning,
Yes. So I had just cut a hole right through the nut.
Yeah.
I was using it so much and restringing it so much. So, yeah, it's held up well. So, I say that about Koa, but I think it obviously has a lot to do with the builder, right? Robin knows how to work with that wood, and there's multiple other companies that also know how to work with Koa. And all woods. Like, there's certain builders that excel in certain breeds, in certain species, right?
I think it's
So-
ultimately wood is a color too, right? So when the recipe is good and a guitar has a voice, you know, ultimately this guitar or this builder will be able to extract or put that color, maybe more, make it more apparent somehow because it will, you know, show that color more evidently. And I think that's something that we've observed on our guitar. It seems like, you know, every Boucher guitar has its voice. It's very consistent, and you can really tell
And
how
unique. And unique.
and unique, yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then the tone wood really has a nice, you know, a fairly important. It factors in pretty massively in terms of impacting the sound.
Right.
It will really, you know, extract the sound of that
Yeah.
that tone wood.
Mark Smith, Super Chat, member for 46 months.
Good stuff.
Love you, Mark. My three children's names are BG52G, PSSG161,
Oh my god.
and HG56.
Oh.
They
Good
literally
stuff.
feed
Wow.
my soul daily.
Ah,
JP, thanks for putting us all onto the Buché family.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you,
JP.
Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Cajun Queen, Super Chat says, love my Buché OM from G&G.
Yes, sir.
So
Thank
that's
you,
where
Glenn.
she got that.
Glenn is probably watching too.
Yep.
He always
Glenn.
does.
You're
So
welcome.
that
Hello,
is that's it. It's another Wednesday gone by.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's going fast. An hour goes by like that. But I want to thank you for being here. Oh, Stephen Baker's. Stephen Becker.
What's going on, buddy? Hang
Uh,
on, I gotta mute my shit.
so we're getting a FaceTime from
Okay.
Stephen Baker.
Hey, sorry, it's black.
It appears
because
that,
my candles blew out.
yeah, I think he's in the tub, boys.
Ah.
I am definitely in the tub.
There you go.
Lights out.
You forgot to mention the special members only stream for Master Music Method.
That's right.
Huh?
So on March
And
28th,
if people sign up tonight before midnight Atlantic, which
Yeah.
is another 5 hours,
yes,
they will have access.
that's right. You have to be signed up and in before you can get access to that. So on March 28th, we're going to do the very first live Master Music Method check-in. So it's going to be a live video right here on YouTube, but the only people that will have the link to it are paying subscribers of the school. So sign up for Master Music Method. It's only $25 a month, $20 if you're in the States. And it's $250 a year, so you get 2 months free if you sign up for a year. And it really is a labor of love for me and Baker. We've been working on getting tabs up. Matter of fact, Stephen, I got 4 more tabs for you. I'm working steadily. I'm working steadily on it. We're getting new videos filmed this year. It's already huge, but there's enough in there to keep you busy for about 18 months. And we're adding more stuff all the time. So, if you want to be a part of the first Master Music Method meeting, it's March 28th at 5 p.m. Atlantic time. And if you sign up tonight before midnight, by that day, you'll be a paid subscriber of the school. Isn't that right, Stephen?
That is right. So if you log into Master Music Method on your account, you'll see on the left side there is an events tab. Or if you're on your phone, I don't recommend using it on your phone because I'm a shithead and I don't test it on phones all the time. But if you go under events, you'll see the link. That gives you the link to the YouTube. And do not share the link. I will find you and I will hurt you.
Yeah, we have to
It's
keep
for
that private.
members only.
That's right. Only
It's for
paying
members
members.
only.
Please. That
That's right.
makes a big difference for us. So we want to make sure all the people that are paying for the site to be on the school, and some of them have been there for years and have even survived the blackout when we switched from the American platform, and Stephen Baker took it over and rebuilt it for me. Some of those people are still have come back and signed up. We want to honor our students and the people who are paying us to do the whole school thing, and we love it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's the first time we've ever been able to do it because of Stephen. He's got this all sorted out, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I will be live with you 5 p.m. Atlantic time on the 28th of this month, March 28th. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to spend an hour and a half, whatever it takes. I'll sit right here just like I am now, and I'll be able to read your questions. I'll be playing. I'll have all 4 instruments out. It'll be wicked. Right, Stephen?
That's right, buddy.
Hey,
Thank
buddy.
you. And Robin and Guillaume, so nice to see you guys.
Hey.
Fucking love you. Robin, I hope you didn't spill your drink when you fell with the glass jar in your hand.
I'm confident.
There you go.
No problem.
Great. All right. Love you guys.
Love you, Baker.
Thank you, Baker.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
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 He is
Your drink. That's funny.
he is a great man. Baker's.
Nice guy, eh?
There's nothing. I couldn't have done a lot of this stuff without him. The school would be gone without Baker.
Wow.
He saved us. So anyhow, the question night tonight is the Christian tonight.
The question night.
The Christian night. The Christian night.
The question night.
The
The,
Christian.
the Christian. The
Christian night.
The Christian
is-
knights. The
Christian night.
The Krishna. The Hare Krishna. The question tonight, to get on the list, we're up to 10 people now for the big prize of 2025. We've got 40 more names to find to put on the list here. What town is Buché Guitars located in? And I've asked this question before, and sometimes people just don't get it. What town? What town? There's the first guy right there. Kenneth Holden. You're number 11.
That was quick.
Yep. That was really quick.
He saw the label in his guitar quite a few times. He probably looked at it multiple times.
A lot of people make good guesses. St. Eustace, Montmagny,
Pretty good.
St. Shirley, who's St. Shirley? Murd. Samuel Bossé.
But just your
Samuel, you're
Pretty
number
close.
12.
So merde.
The birthday sur mer.
Yeah.
Bossé. That's a name. You're new. I don't know you. That's good. Samuel Bossé.
Samuel Bossé.
Bossé.
Yes, Samuel Bossé.
So there we go. Kenny Holden, Samuel Bossé,
Bravo.
11 and 12.
Good job.
Got the right, the birthday sur mer.
Merci sur mer.
My terrible, shitty French accent, and I'm a Frenchman, and I can't speak French, and somebody punched me in the fucking face because yes.
And by the way, we're probably gonna do like an open house, hopefully in May.
In
If
May,
everything
yeah.
goes well.
I might go to that.
Everybody's is welcome.
If you come,
Yeah.
that would be awesome. We're planning that. Look on the Facebooks and all that stuff. We'll keep you informed.
Cool.
We want to see 500,000 people or something.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, we want to make it.
We want to make a good impression on the landlord.
Parks, cars.
As we have a larger parking now.
That's right.
There's no problem.
We can-
There's the music for the
and
show.
You play the guitar as we go out. Is that it?
Well, no, I'll just play
you just
Dougie.
play that. Okay.
Let him wait for the video.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yep.
People can.
Not next Monday night, but the Monday after. The whole video on the new 20th anniversary Boucher's is dropping. Watch it. Be there. Be square. Love you.
Thank
We'll
you
see
guys.
you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks to Boucher.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
JP.
Robert.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Guillaume. Love you guys.